Hi guys, Dorota International nail artist and educator here, and today I have prepared an amazing ombre nail art for you with some cute bows with the gel polish. Have a preview of this set in here. Absolutely awesome, and I hope you will really enjoy it. If you do, let me know in the comments below what else you would like to see it on this channel, as we produce the content every Monday, Wednesdays and Saturdays. So let's start. I've got this beautiful ombre with some cute bow, and I will show you how to achieve this look. So first of all, we need to do our background for the ombre. I've got those tips ready in here. It is a little bit different ombre than normally, so we are going to use 238 and just put a very small amount of it on the top. I've got one client which actually loves this kind of designs with the ombre, and it's a little bit harder to achieve that look, but it looks quite nice. 242, which is purple. And I'm just doing a small amount of it as well at the end. And then in the middle, we are going to put a very light pink, which is some soft pink, 235. It will look almost white, like a decent amount of it. And then using the sponges, we are going to fade it. So I've got some sponges cut in here, and you can cut them like into different sizes. Ideally, you want it the size of the nail. Remove any fluff which might be on it, and then we can start doing the ombre. So I have to touch it on the top part to blend the pink. And what I'm doing is like I'm going up and down, but also going on the sides as well. And obviously, the more movements you do it, the nicer blending you will get. And then on the bottom, so you can see it, because my sponge is too short, I'm trying to don't touch it with the top part, just with the bottom part. And the more you kind of lift the sponge, the more air bubbles you will create. So at the same time, I'm trying to kind of massage my product in to don't create as many of those air bubbles. It will kind of give you smoother surface. Okay, we've got the first one done, and then doing the same on the other one. So up and down, but also kind of pressing a little bit so we don't have too much of those air bubbles. And then on the bottom. So basically I'm concentrating on fading those two colors, the purple and the pink at the moment. I'm not too bothered about the middle part. And then once we have done that, we can sprinkle it with the clear acrylic, just because those type of ombre is quite difficult to achieve. The acrylic powder will help me to get the results more pigmented, because if I would just cure it and use the sponge, my sponge would kind of absorb it most of the gel polish I'm using. So giving those little sprinkle makes the things easier. It's almost the same like applying the top coat and buffing it, or applying the matte top coat, but I feel it just gives faster and better results. Okay, we are ready for a round 2. So what I'm doing now, again, I'm just repeating the colors we have used. And as you can see it, the pink and the purple is just a tiny bit. Grab my sponge. As you can see it, I also store them on the back of the form, where they are kind of protected from any dust particles. And look what a beautiful color blending we are achieving when applying those acrylic over our gel polish. Up and down. And just because my sponge is pretty short, I'm gonna use a help of another sponge, which is only having those middle color, and just smooth this out. Get it kind of nice. And then do it exactly the same on the other tip. These two colors are very pigmented, and as you can see it, I'm using just like a very little of it compared to the pink one. Keep blending, and again, look, my sponge is lifted just so I don't touch it with the other color in the middle. So just concentrating on this part and then going from the bottom again, my sponge is lifted. Usually the client's nails wouldn't be as long. Like, I use this technique for the natural nails quite a lot. Actually, the client which comes with those designs is wearing a gel polish over the natural nails. So even this size sponge will be enough. Those tips here are pretty long, which makes the things a bit more awkward. But you have to, guys, try it. It looks fantastic, and my client is always very happy with this technique. Okay, we have, I'm pretty happy with this blending. We could do it maybe another layer. It's entirely up to you. Now I'm gonna grab these two colors now, and that's the purple one and the pink one, and we are gonna do a French and just like a wee a line on top of it. So the D-liner brush, and you guys ask me how do I clean it. So usually if I paint, I try to keep a tiny bit of product left on my brush, so it's kind of keep it in the shape. And then just before the painting I would clean it. I've got actually some even stock product in there. So if you're gonna get rid of that, look, what I'm doing is just like very gentle. You cannot press it too much because otherwise you will damage your brush. But I'm trying to get rid of this old product, and then I will dip it in a new product and let my brush drink like a new product and get used to painting with a new product. You can see it, I have completely reshaped my brush, and this way they'll last me really long time. So we are gonna paint like those simple French. And make sure like the heights of your smile line are at the same level. And then I usually do it like a V shape. And depending on the thickness of the French, if I'm going for a very small one, I would use the D-liner brush. If I'm going for a larger French, I like to use the Nail Perfect Angular French brush. It's an angular gel brush. Okay, just color it in. And then I'm gonna do exactly the same in here. Same height and a V shape. See, on that client, sometimes I would even buff the surface, like apply the top coat after doing the ombre, and then do the other parts of the design, depending like what we want to achieve and what kind of nail art we are adding on top of this ombre. Okay, and then clean my brush and swap the colors. So we are gonna go for a pink and then give it a cure to it. So with the pink, I'm just painting like a very thin line on the top. That will do. Let's cure it. And exactly the same in here. And this design would look really nice just on its own. It can be quite time consuming in a salon, but it looks really nice and pretty. So let's cook it and then we can apply the top coat. So High Shine No Wipe Top Gel. And it will smooth out any kind of, you can see it, the difference now where I have applied the top coat. So it does smooth out and perfect our look. Okay, let's cure it. Do the same in here, and then we can move on into the fun part, which is our cute bow. And you could make those bows like before your client comes in and store them somewhere. Okay, I'm checking how the light reflects and is the top coat decent.
Let's cure it. So as I say, on that client, I like to also give it like apply the top coat, give it an extra bath, and then reapply the top coat so the nails are perfect. Now for this next part, so this part I will keep it for my sponges, and then this part we are going to use for our design. And I will just go with the same color combination. So we've got some pink, we've got those other pink, which will probably disappear when we blend it. But I just want to keep it a kind of same colors. And then the purple one. This time I'm going to use the ombre brush and start blending those colors together. Actually, I can do quite a lot from one. So I have blended the colors and now I'm going to cure it. So 60 seconds cure. Grab some base gel as well because we are going to need it. So a drop of the base gel. And then so first of all, my tips are ready. I can take them out. And this part is ready as well. So what you want to do it is you want to peel it off from the form. I mean, obviously it is very, very thin, so you want to be kind of careful with it. It's the same stuff which we have used for, like, you know, punching the hearts. There is a video on it, like you can punch it through and make your own nail art decoration. So today we are going to do a bow for a change. And what I'm doing is so first of all, I'm going to cut it off the messy part. Pretty fiddly, guys, like really fiddly. Actually, I will do one, maybe. Yes, I will do one. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do it is I will roll it into, I don't know the word for it, but I will just kind of bend it like one side, other side. So the tweezer is very helpful. And what I'm doing is I'm bending it. Okay, one side. I also suggest, guys, you wear the gloves playing with this design. Bend it to the other side. Bend it again. And bend it again. The tweezer is so useful in creating this design. And then bend it again. Okay, so we have bended it quite a few times. Find the middle. And open your design. So like open on the sides. You can see it very, very fiddly. Okay, but we are almost there. So what I'm gonna do it now is, because the size of, like, I want to apply it maybe in a middle finger. You can see it like it's far too large. I could probably even do two of them. So what we are gonna do it is take a scissors and we will trim it to the size we want it. Okay, so just grab the scissors and trim it. And I wanted it pretty small. So I've got one side trimmed. Other side trimmed. Check it. No, that was the middle finger. I can still trim it. is running away from me. Okay, perfect. So I'm happy with this size now, and we need to squeeze our things together and secure it that way. So let me just shape it nice again, like open this part. There we are, that is really nice. And then we are gonna put a drop of the base gel just in here. So I'm just changing how I hold it. Grab the brush, and here in the middle I want to put a very small drop of the base gel. Okay, just to seal the things and to make my bowl close. Do not put too much because otherwise it will stick to your tweezer. So just a very small drop and then cure it. And then once you freeze that, we are gonna put some crystal in the middle. So I've got some crystals in here. And you can see it did stuck in one part. So I'm just taking the base gel again and picking up a small crystal. Place it there. You could do it with the flat one. It will be definitely easier. I just thought they are quite nice and pretty. Again, more fiddly, but I like this crystal. And then cure it. Okay, and then our next step would be to secure our bow into the nail. So again, I'm going to take a drop of the base gel. And then remove my bow from the tweezer and place it where you want it. Okay, brilliant. I'm happy with that, so we can give it a cure. And then using the base, we are just gonna put a little bit more around it. Just so our bow is really nicely secure. We can also spread it more now because it doesn't move as much because it's attached. You can just reshape it the way you want it. I'm also gonna cut it a little bit more as well. So cut it here. Okay, happy with this one, so I'm gonna give it a flash cure of like 2-3 seconds and then reapply the top coat on the places where the base gel looks pretty messy. So just reapply the top coat there. You can also top coat the bow too, just to make it stronger. And for the clients, like I would probably go like the smallest possible option, like so it doesn't stick out from the nails too much. Like as you could see it, I did trim this this bow to make sure it fits into the nail. And just apply a top coat. It will make it much stronger than just a gel polish. And I think it's a really nice way to create some sort of 3D design. So let's cook it and then I can show you all this set together. So we've got this finger. Oh, I actually put it on the ring finger, but that's fine. Middle ring. Yeah, the first idea was to put it on the middle finger, but finally I actually put it on the ring finger. So the middle finger goes in here. And then that should be ready too. And we've got those beautiful ombre nails with some cute bows. And I hope, guys, you have really enjoyed watching this tutorial. You have learned something new as well. Sending you glittery hugs, and bye for now.